Hello, everybody. It's Bill's That College Football Guy here with another video. It's the recap, the final recap of the regular season. Going over the national championship game, my final top 25, the final subscriber rankings of the year, and if we got some time left in it, we're going to get into a little bit of my interpretation, which I haven't done yet, recently, about the Pac-12 and the Mountain West lawsuits. That'll be at the end of the video. So, first off, congratulations to Ohio State for winning their national championship. I clowned ESPN on the video. They're going like, first time the Big Ten has won back-to-back national championships since 1940 through 42. No, stupid, it wasn't. You can't even get your information right. Posted up on X. It was that 1965 and 1966, there was co-national champions, which according to the NCAA, because it was off of their own website, co-national champions still count as titles. Michigan State won back-to-back titles in 65 and 66. Which means they're technically the last back-to-back individual champions and the last time the Big Ten as a conference won back-to-back champions. So we're talking almost 60 years ago. Now, other than the SEC's run of dominance recently, the last conference other than the SEC to win back-to-back championships was the Pac-12. In 2003, LSU and Southern Cal split a national championship. 2004, Southern Cal won it outright. So, so Pac-12's got back-to-back national titles in the last two plus decades, a little over 2 decades from now. So, congratulations to Southern Cal, and congratulations to Ohio State. Whoever works for ESPN, the research department, y'all gotta seriously catch up because you're just horrible. I'm not going to go into what everybody else and their mother has gone over the championship game. I thought the biggest thing that could happen in that game is I picked Notre Dame with this points, because I thought Ohio State would get a big lead, and then they just back out and put in the subs, and then Notre Dame would crawl their way back into it and possibly backdoor their way into the point spread, and they almost did, but held on. So congratulations to Ohio State, winning a national championship. Now the road to winning back-to-backs. So let's get into the top 25. My final top 25 of the year. First off, we're going to go over with last top 25, which was the week of the Army-Navy game, because that was the only game on. I didn't do that week, along with the conference championship. The conference championships already happened. The Army-Navy game hadn't happened, plus the bowl games and the playoffs. So all this is included in there. I'm not going to go over my top 25, just based on the point system, how I've done it for years. I'm not going to go into it again. But the top 25 for that last poll was number 1, Oregon, number 2, Georgia, number 3, Arizona State, number 4, Boise State, number 5, Notre Dame, number 6, Penn State, number 7, Texas, number 8, Tennessee, number 9, SMU, number 10, Ohio State, number 11, Clemson, number 12, Ole Miss, number 13, Miami, number 14, Indiana, number 15, Alabama, number 16, Illinois, number 17, Army, number 18, Missouri, number 19, UNLV, number 20, Colorado, number 21, BYU, number 22, Ohio, number 23, Iowa State, number 24, South Florida, and number 25, Memphis. There was actually 32 schools in the poll. It's just, why 32? I have a thing on mine on there. You saw about it, like who has caught a flight. You have 3 losses. You're 1 loss away from reaching your final destination. So Flight 180. So if you have 3 losses, you're still eligible to be in the poll. Once you get your 4th, you're out of the top 25. And the only way you have a shot at getting back in is if there's not enough schools with 3 losses to fill up a top 25. Well, 32 schools. We mentioned 25. Memphis was the last one. We have 26 through 32 is Marshall, Duke, Syracuse, Sam Houston State, Navy, Liberty, and Louisiana. Only 32 schools had 3 losses or less. So what happened during that? Well, we actually had 7 schools pick up their 4th loss, which means we end with exactly 25 schools. So who is the poll? Well, number 1, oh gee, color me stunned. Number 1, up 9 spots to number 1, is the Ohio State Buckeyes, your national champions. Up 3 spots to 2. We have three consecutive schools that climbed 3 spots. Up 3 spots to 2 is Notre Dame. Up 3 spots to 3 is Penn State. Up 3 spots to 4 is Texas. Down 3 spots to 5 is Georgia. Up 6 spots to number 6 is Ole Miss. Down 4 spots to number 7 is Arizona State. Down 7 spots, biggest documented drop of the week, to number 8 is Oregon, since they lost. I say documented spot because once you get to 4 losses, you're out of the top 25. That means number 11, Clemson, number 15, Alabama, number 20, Colorado, and number 24, South Carolina, all are gone. So Clemson went from number 11 out of the poll. So they're technically the biggest drop, but they got their 4th loss. They disqualified themselves. Down 5 spots to number 9 is Boise State. Up 6 spots to number 10 is Illinois. Up 10 spots, biggest climb, to number 11 is BYU. Up 6 to number 12 is Missouri. Down 5 to number 13 is Tennessee. Up 5, number 14 is UNLV. Down 6 to number 15 is SMU.
Continue on the road.
Will you please do the world a favor and shut up? GPS always talks the wrong damn time. Down 2 spots to number 16 is Indiana. Up 6 spots to 17 is Iowa State. Down 5 spots to number 18 is Miami. Coming back in the poll, number 19, because they won the Army-Navy game and won their bowl game, is Navy. Up 2 spots to number 20 is Ohio. Up 4 spots to number 21 is Memphis. Coming back in the top 25 at 22, is Syracuse. Down 6 spots to 23 is Army. Last 2 schools have had 3 losses. Number 24 is Marshall. Number 25 is Sam Houston State. A lot of people be pissed at me because Sam Houston State, you didn't put on there. 4 losses, you're out. 4 losses, you're out of mine. Winning actually matters. Win your games. So Sam Houston State's a top 25 school. That's going to piss some people off, and quite honestly, I don't care. All right. So actually, I should re-say that again. So the poll again. Ohio State won, followed by Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas, Georgia. That's your top 5. Then Ole Miss, Arizona State, Oregon, Boise State, and Illinois to finish the top 10. And then 11 through 20 is BYU, Missouri, Tennessee, UNLV, SMU, Indiana, Iowa State, Miami, Navy, and Ohio. And the bottom 5 are Memphis, Syracuse, Army, Marshall, and Sam Houston State. Well, why did Marshall get in there ahead of Sam Houston? Well, Marshall was higher up, and if you don't play because they didn't play the bowl games, they opted out, you get a 0 for points. So that's how that worked. Now, subscriber rankings. The last subscriber ranking I did was actually week 13. Because week 15, it was nobody wanted to do it. It's a conference championship week, so it's like, no. So I always do week 13 because that's what it's been historically. This year we had the extra week, so it screwed things up. So subscriber rankings, the last one I did, and this is on there for those who understand what the subscriber rankings are. I did in the preseason. I did a story on the 1st of July. I did shout out, subscriber roll call. What's your favorite school? Shout it out in the comments. The subscribers shout out their favorite schools, and I made a list. It had 45. And not only I rank a top 25, but I rank a subscriber ranking. Which at the end of the season, you're the subscriber champion, which the national champion is if it's the same school. And then you have the subscriber winner of the subscriber porcelain throne for being the toilet bowl champion, finishing in last place. So a lot of games to get into to tabulate in this. So number 1 was Ohio State, 2 Notre Dame, kind of ironic. This is week 13. Before the start of week 13, that's how far back I went with this. Number 3, Penn State, 4, Ole Miss, 5, Boise State, 6, Colorado. Remember, not all the schools in the top 25 were in here. There's only 45. Number 6, Colorado, 7, Clemson, 8, Georgia, 9, Tennessee, 10, Miami, 11, UNLV, 12, Kansas State, 13, Baylor, 14, TCU, 15, West Virginia, 16, Iowa State, 17, Illinois, 18, Iowa, 19, Ohio, 20, Louisville, 21, Washington State, 22, Toledo, 23, Bowling Green, 24, Rutgers, 25, Marshall, 26, Minnesota, 27, Washington, 28, NC State, 29, East Carolina, 30, Houston, 31, Auburn, 32, Arizona, 33, Cincinnati, 34, Northwestern, 35, Fresno State, 36, Florida State, 37, Coastal Carolina, 38, UTEP, 39, South Florida, 40, Oklahoma State, 41, Hawaii, 42, Nevada, 43, Wyoming, 44, San Diego State, and 45, Middle Tennessee State. How did it end up? Well, if you're the national champion, you're the automatic subscriber champion. So subscriber champion, color me stuff. In fact, the entire top 5 remains unchanged. Ohio State's at 1, Notre Dame at 2, Penn State at 3, Ole Miss at 4, Boise State at 5. Up 2 spots to number 6 is Georgia. Up 7 spots to 7 is TCU. Up 9 spots to 8 is Illinois. Up 2 spots to 9 is UNLV. Up 10 spots to number 10 is Louisville. Up 1 spot to 11 is Kansas State. Up 7 spots to 12 is Ohio. Down 4 spots to 13 is Tennessee. Up 2 spots to 14 is Iowa State. Down 2 spots to 15 is Baylor. Down 6 spots to 16 is Miami. Down 10 spots to 17 is Clemson. Down 12 spots to 18 is Colorado. Down 1 spot to 19 is Iowa. Up 6 spots back in the top 25 is Minnesota. Up 4 spots to 21 is Marshall. Up 2 spots to 22 is Rutgers. Down 8 spots to 23 is West Virginia. Up 5 spots coming back in the top 25, the final one for the subscribers, East Carolina. Down 3 spots to number 25 is Toledo. And then we have the next ones, which is 26. Up 5 spots to 26 is Auburn. Down 4 spots out of the top 25 is number 27 is Bowling Green. Up 4 spots to 28 is Arizona. Down 1 spot to 29 is NC State. Up 12 spots, biggest climb of the week, thanks to winning the victory over P4 school Washington State. Wyoming is 30th. Up 10 spots to 31 is Hawaii. Down 5 spots to 32 is Washington. Down 3 spots to 33 is Houston. Up 5 spots to 34 is South Florida. Biggest drop of the week, down 14 spots. They lost a whole bunch of games to finish the last 3 games to finish the year. From 21 to 35, Washington State. Up 2 spots to 36 is UTEP. Down 1 to 37 is Florida State. Yes, UTEP finished ahead of Florida State. I didn't think that was possible when I started the season, but here we are. Down 5 spots to 38 is Cincinnati. Down 5 spots to 39 is Northwestern. Up 2 spots to 40 is Nevada. Down 6 spots to 41 is Fresno State. Down 8 spots to 42 is Coastal Carolina. Down 3 spots to number 43 is Oklahoma State. Now we're down to the bottom 2. And because of blowout losses being worst, we had a flip. Up 1 spot to 44 is Middle Tennessee State. Down 1 spot, winner of the subscriber porcelain throne, the San Diego State Aztecs. Sorry, guys, but this was a bad year for you guys. It just was. Middle Tennessee State had a bad year, too. So, unfortunately, that's the way it is. I'm sorry about that, but that's the way it goes. Okay, first off, seeing the glare here. Was going to do the video yesterday, but I got started in the morning around 10 o'clock. Went to the place I went to go pick up, Ashland City, Tennessee. I didn't get loaded until 9:30 at night. So I drove until I could find a safe place at 2 o'clock in the morning. 10-hour break started at noon Central Time. And I'm on my way for this Wisconsin Whitewater, your subscriber school. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, home to University of Wisconsin at Eau Claire. I got a delivery there tomorrow morning. So that's what that is. And then I got to go up north to Minnesota to pick up a load to bring that back to Ohio. So it's going to be fun. Now we got all that out the way. Pac-12, the Mountain West Pac-12 lawsuits. We know there's 2 lawsuits going on. There is the lawsuit that the Pac-12 filed about the poaching fields feeling they're unenforceable. And there is the lawsuits that were filed that now have encompass Utah State, Colorado State, and Boise State about feeling that the exit fees are unenforceable. These are tools for negotiation, tools for a settlement. There's not that way. Now, if these go to trial, which of the 2 is most likely to be lost? It's actually the exit fees. Someone say it's the poaching. It's actually the exit fees. Because exit fees were raised, possibly not for sure, without the permission of the other 5 schools, but there was one set of exit fees which everybody agreed to in the grant of rights. This is about timely and untimely notice. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I believe this is what it was that if you gave the conference timely notice, which is 12 months or more notice you were leaving, you paid 3 times the media deal. Now, media deal is what it is before Boise State got the uneven revenue, which I think is $4 million apiece. So timely notice is $12 million. Untimely notice, if you give less than 12 months notice, the penalty is double timely notice. So timely is 3 times, untimely 6 times, which means it's $24 million. They're trying to get $18 million. The actual grant of rights, it says $12 million. That one's, it's pretty cut and dry. That's probably what that's going to end up. If it goes to court, that's what probably going to get dropped down to. I've said on X all the time, I thought that all these fees were going to get reduced down in the 60 to 75% range. $12 million out of 18 is 2/3 of it, 66.7%, so it's right in line with that. As for the poaching penalties, they say they're not enforceable and everything else in court. If that one's heading to a settlement, it goes to court, okay, fine, it goes into discovery. Mountain West could be in trouble. Pac-12 could be in worse trouble. Knowingly filing a fraudulent document could get you in legal hot water, the attorneys. Now, state of California, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it the fact that once you've been found and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I got this secondhand, that if you have been found and you are violating attorney or whatever your ethics are, that your previous 6 months of stuff you've been involved with could be up for judicial review, to be reviewed. If that's true, and it's a big if, were any of the lawyers involved in this also involved in the settlement with the departing 10? Because if that's true, could the departing 10 have a way to try to sue to get their money back? This is all negotiation, so I'm going to tell you what I think it is. It's not. I don't see this one going to court. I see this one going to a settlement. And I'm going to give you the exact percentages. I'm going to go 63.6% to 72.7%. That will be the window for the settlement. You're going, that's awfully damn specific. What the hell is that? Well, the poaching fees are $55 million. 63.6% is $35 million. 72.7% is $40 million. 35 to 40 million is what I think the settlement will be. So I'm going by the percentages. The people I put out there, they're only going to get 40% of the money. No. They're going to have to pay any 0 exit fees. They won't pay a single exit fee. The grant of rights is still valid, genius. So if the 18's down, they still got to pay the 12. So that they're paying regardless. There's no way to expunge that. That's a fool's errand. This is a negotiation tactic. Nothing more than that. So I'm picking... exit fees might get dismissed and reverted back down to what they were with the timely and untimely notice, and the exit and the poaching penalties will be reverted down probably in the $35 to $40 million range, which means totaling encompassing everything, if it goes down to 12, means they're going to get 95 to 100 million total. Is that enough to keep all the things going with UNLV and Air Force? I'll be honest, I don't know. Someone with a higher pay grade than me can let me know that one. I'm sure I'm going to have people saying that, like the Big Mountain Podcast, and there's also a couple more. Oh, also, I got to give a shout out to Cofield and Company from 1100 AM Vegas, ESPN affiliate. They have a lawyer who's part of Battleborn Injury Lawyers, who does stuff on the show. He also is an ESPN, works for ESPN as well as a consultant. They put out the fact that they thought that the Mountain West was going to lose both lawsuits, and I'm going like, nobody's winning both, nobody's losing both. Maybe a split if it goes to court, but most likely this is going to be a settlement. Now, that's what I've said about that. You can jump on me in the comments. Now, tomorrow's videos, you are not going to like me. Tomorrow is Accountability Wednesday. So what in the blue hell is that? Okay, for those who've been around long enough on the channel know the fact that I make preseason predictions at the start of the season. I make preseason picks. In fact, I did everybody game by game. Now, what do I mean by game predictions for a team? I'll give an example. This year's Tennessee Vols, my Vols. I had them going 9-3 in the preseason, losing games to Oklahoma, Alabama, and Georgia. Well, they beat Oklahoma, they beat Alabama, and they lost to Arkansas. So counting wins and losses, I got 3 games wrong, didn't I? That means I went 9-3 predicting their schedule. So that changes things, doesn't it? So that means now 9-3. I go back and I'm going to do all of them. So I did everybody in the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, the American, the Mountain West, the Pac-12, and the Sun Belt. Plus, I did a school from FCS, a school from Division III, Wisconsin Whitewater, and 6 other schools in FBS. If you add it, let's see, do quick math in my head real fast. ACC is 17, Big 10's 18, so that's 35 together. Big 12 and the SEC are 16 apiece, that's 32, that makes 67. American has 14, that makes 81. Mountain West has 12, that makes 93. Pac-12 has 2, that makes 95. 14 in the Sun Belt makes 109, plus 6. So out of 134 schools in FBS, I did game-by-game predictions for 115 of them. Those who are watching knew I was going through burnout because I was sick of doing them. And I did the videos in chunks of 3 because the previous year I just did conferences, right? I wanted to see who was watching what video. If it's a conference, everybody's going to watch it, but what's the 3 mark? So I did it with 3 videos, and turns out if it wasn't a subscriber school or a major name, nobody watched the videos. So this past season was the last year I'm doing whole conferences. When the subscriber roll call comes up, when I shout out July, who's your favorite school? Only the ones who are on subscriber roll call, I will give game-by-game predictions for. Only those. Nobody else. And certain schools are grandfathered in. Like my Vols are grandfathered in. I got family and friends back in Vegas. My man Rex for UNLV. My sister and her family, they're from she's married to a family, they're in El Paso. They all the Sun Bowl with UTEP, seeing games there. They're grandfathered in. 95,000 Baylor fans I have. Elaine Tran and Scotty B, the Baylor King, being the 2 biggest ones. So Baylor's been grandfathered in. People who I've worked with before down there I've known for years and gone in there, and family, and my wife's family, Middle Tennessee State, where they went to school. That's why they're on the rankings. And one school, which is very personal for me. Family went there. Cousin went there, alma mater. I've had a lot of people who have been on YouTube who've been supportive of me. Coos from Coos' Corner. But one guy was commenting on his videos, and he direct messaged me and said that maybe I should start doing a YouTube channel of my own, because you got a lot of great ideas. You should do your own. I was just like, dude, I should do this. Why don't you try? And I was hesitant about it. He's the one who told me to go for it. That was Gold and Blue Dude. So in his honor, West Virginia is grandfathered in. Everybody else will be, you shout them out in the comments on that video when it comes to July 1st, because that's the beginning of the new era, because this channel's anniversary is actually June 30th. So the end of that, June 30th anniversary explosion, the next day subscriber ranking starts. It's the beginning of the new year for the anniversary, when it goes off of that. But anyway, so I'm going to hold myself accountable. First off, I'm the only one who did this many damn schools for predictions, game by game. I'm also the only one who comes back at the end of the season and goes back over all those picks to see which ones I got right and which ones I got wrong. So that gives you all plenty of material to make fun of me. Because I know some of you are. Good God, dude, you suck. Oh my God, you picked horrible. What are you thinking? I know I'm going to get clowned in the comments section. This is the one day a year you guys get allowed to do it. To be absolutely unmerciful. As you've done it every year so far, so why would this be any different? So, all the conferences on people recapping the games, game by game, are done by conference. So starting 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, one conference video at a time. ACC, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, American, Mountain West, Sun Belt. That's the first 7. So 9 a.m., 10 a.m., every hour. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m. All the way through. You end up with 9 videos. So it's all the way down. The last one's, and you have a combination video of the 2 schools in the Pac-12, as well as all those single schools that didn't do. And then finally, the last video, part 9, the final one of the series, is recapping everything. and going over it and see. I picked made game by game predictions on 1,402 games. Damn. So it goes over in the finals what my final percentage is, and in the final video. That's the summation video. So you can watch that, but that's all tomorrow. And then we got some more college football stuff, realignment in the future. But I've done enough yapping here. Why don't you let me know everything down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching. Haven't done it already, do me a favor. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, helps YouTube know, hey, people like this video. Maybe we need to talk to them. We need to promote it more. Comment on the video. You want to go for it. And I've said this before in other people's videos. I'm saying it now. Multiple comments, multiple points you want to make. Leave multiple comments. It helps with the algorithm. Share the video. If you haven't done it already, do me a favor. If you like my videos, check out some other ones. And if you like them, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on X, the link will be in the description. So thanks, everybody, for watching. I've done long-winded. Time for me to get back on the road. Be safe out there, and please be good to each other.